Welcome back to my channel. In last episode, I talked about I have two PGTA test normal embryo available for transfer. Because I use this PGTA testing technique for testing my embryo, so I'm going to have a frozen embryo transfer. Before that, I had a consultation with my doctor to talk about the details about the embryo transfer. I heard some lady, they did a lot of tests including immune system testing or something like hydroscopy or even do ERA testing before embryo transfer. I discussed these testings with my doctor to see whether I need to have some tests before transfer or not. But my doctor said that I can get pregnant naturally, so she believes I don't need to complete this test. For me, I think because this is the first time transfer, so I guess it is kind of experiment. So I agree with that. So I just go straight ahead, prepare the frozen transfer. I did request a thermophilia screening test to check out my blood clot any disorder or not. And the result come back, it is normal. I don't have any issue with my blood clot. And I also have thyroid testing. The result all come back normal, so it is pretty good news for me. My protocol is quite simple. On the second day of my period, I start to taking estrogen tablets. It is aimed to make my uterus lining thicker. I also took the low-dose aspirin because I read some study about the low-dose aspirin. It is aimed to thinner the blood, avoid the blood clot issue, and prevent the miscarriage. Since I had a miscarriage 3 years ago, so I may be benefit from it anyway, so I just took it. But that aspirin, it has to pure aspirin, not mixing with other things. I didn't have any blood clot issue, but just it is a precaution. So I found it is quite useful, but I think if you want to take low-dose aspirin, you need to talk to your doctor to see for their advice. My doctor approved that, so it is pretty fine for me. So on the 12th day of the cycle, I took an ultrasound and it is aimed to check my endothermic lining thickness. And that time it was 9.8 mm. So it is pretty perfect for transfer because they said that the minimum thickness need to be 7 mm. I had 9.8 mm, so it is perfect for transfer. So everything looks fine. Following that, 6 days before the transfer day, I start to take the post-stressor. It is a lubricant. I inject 2 times a day. On the 6th day of the injection of the post-stressor, it is ready to transfer. On the day of the transfer, we also sign another document. The document explains the risk of the embryo transfer, including ectopic pregnancy, because for the IVF embryo transfer, it is also increased the risk of ectopic pregnancy. It is one of the risk factors. So we need to sign the document to understand every risk of the small operation transfer. On the day before the transfer, I did have a full body Thai massage. It is aimed to relax my body. I heard some people have acupuncture, but I found the acupuncture in UK, it is not very popular. I mean, not every city have a good Chinese clinic to do the acupuncture. Maybe mainly it is in London, but if you live outside London, there are not too much options about the acupuncture. I did the full body Thai massage and it works for me and I did feel very relaxed. On the transfer day, I did check up my post-stressor level as well. It is come back normal. Also, they request full bladder for the embryo transfer. Honestly, I don't know how much water I need to drink on that day for the transfer day. I'm the person very easy to go to the loo. So on the way to the clinic, I didn't drink too much water. So I just hold back until I arrive at the clinic and then I start to drink half bottle of the water. It is quite a lot. My patient coordinator told me I need to drink around 1 glass of water while I arrived the clinic. So I guess half bottle is more than enough. After I arrived the clinic, I still need to do the blood test to check my post-stressor level and need to talk to the doctor. And it is not something you arrive to the clinic and you can do the transfer instantly. So you still need to wait for a while before transfer happen. I accidentally drink a little bit lots of water and I holding, and it is really uncomfortable. Before the transfer, I still need to have a consultation with the doctor, mainly to talk about how to calculate the pregnancy weeks. Anything need to avoid during the 2 weeks wait. For example, don't swim, don't take a bath. I also request the embryo glue. There is not too much evidence the embryo glue would work, but I just feel adding it better than not add. When I entered the operation room, I first time saw the embryo on the screen, and it is a day 5 hatching blastocyst embryo. My husband helped me to take some photos on the embryos as a memory before transfer to my tummy. For the embryo transfer whole process, I actually didn't feel anything. The embryo transfer operation is pretty simple compared to the egg retrieval. Just the whole process is not painful at all. One thing I only feel uncomfortable is that I found the nurse using the scan typicon pushing around my abdomen. I found that is the only thing I felt uncomfortable. The doctor explained to me on the screen, oh, this small dot, it is the embryo transfer. Once that one done, and then she slowly to remove the tube out of my uterus. And then the embryologist go back to the lab to double check the tube, whether the embryo already gone or not, because you can't see from the eyes, need to use microscope to see. And they discover the embryo still there inside the tube and didn't gone yet. And so the embryologist quick to bring back the tube to the doctor, need to transfer again. And then the doctor told me she had a patient need to transfer 3 times until the embryo really get inside her patient's uterus. She told me that her patient at the end success. She said it proved the embryo already very sticky. Even inside the tube already very sticky, and the more sticky, the more likely to work. So it is a good size. For the second time, we transfer again. This time is all clear. The embryo really inside my tummy. So I just take rest on the operation bed for about 15 minutes. And then the doctor told me you can carry on the daily life. You don't need to lay down on bed all day long. Keep your blood circulate, everything is fine. A lot of people said that 2 weeks wait is the most hardest time. The waiting is very difficult for me as well, but I had no choice and I just try to do some other thing, try to shift my attention to some other things, try to keep the normal daily life as much as possible. Some ladies said that you need to lay down on the bed. You can't moving too much after transfer. You can't move. Once you move, your embryo will gone. It is not something like that. I just carry on. During that 2 weeks wait, I didn't take any pregnancy tests because I had a miscarriage last time, and I found the pregnancy test didn't give me too much information about whether your pregnancy is healthy or not. Once the pregnancy test detect HCG hormone, they will give you positive result, but didn't tell you whether your pregnancy is healthy or not. So I want to wait until the time to do the HCG blood test to get the more accuracy result. The test result is so 564.6 ml. So confirm I'm pregnant, officially 4 weeks pregnant. My clinic suggests me to check the second vital HCG 2 days later, but it was Easter holiday, so I end up did 10 days later. The result come back is 12,599, almost 13,000 ml. So it did rise from 566.6 to almost 13,000. So it is a very good amount of increase of the HCG level. It gives me the hints this pregnancy is a healthy one. The point is you don't have to be doing IVF to check your HCG level. Even if you're a natural pregnancy, you still can go to a private hospital, check your vital HCG level. So this is something I learned from this IVF process. I wish I checked up earlier in my first pregnancy so I wouldn't discover too late 9 weeks and miscarriage. If I discover earlier, I could understand how my pregnancy was. Most of the clinic, they recommend to do the first pregnancy scan in week 6. But earlier than week 6, it is very difficult to check your pregnancy. So before you do the week 6 scan, you go to check your HCG level. It is a very good hint to let you know whether your pregnancy healthy or not. On the week 6, I did early pregnancy scan. This time, the yolk sac and the embryo both appear, and the baby with the heartbeat, the clinic machine couldn't measure the heartbeat. I was a little bit disappointed, but I planning to do another scan, and I want to find another private company to check the heartbeat rate. For the week 8, I did the second ultrasound. The sonographer led me to listen the baby's heartbeat. First time heard the baby heartbeat. It is very amazing. I had a record on the baby ultrasound heartbeat, so I can share with you in this video as well. So here you are. The sonographer measured the baby heartbeat is 176 BPM. So this is very good number for the 8 weeks. After the 8-week scan, I caught a cold, have runny nose and coughing. And I was so nervous. It is not COVID, but it is just a normal flu. Thank goodness I didn't have any fever, but I feel totally uncomfortable because I cough a lot and I feel guilty every time when I'm coughing. Tummy will be moving a little bit and I afraid it would affect my baby. I write something on the forum to ask other people experience. Some other lady also have the similar experience as me. Catch a cold during pregnancy, but they said that nothing to worry and it will be recovered. It won't affect the baby. I didn't take any medicine, but I did drink ginger lemon. Some people add honey as well, but I find maybe honey has some sugar, so I didn't add honey, and mainly it's ginger and lemon, and drink twice a day. I recovered totally after 1 week later. On the week 10, I did the third ultrasound checkup, and this time together doing the NIPT test. It is checked T21, T13, T18 to see any risk of having these syndromes. As you know that PGTA testing is not 100%, so I would like to have a NIPT test as well. This NIPT test is just like a blood test, and they can test it whether the feeder have any risk of have this kind of chromosome disorder or not. At the same time, this test can give you chance to know your baby gender. So the result come back 1 week later, everything looks normal, everything looks fine. And then I also know my baby gender. He's a boy. This is the first time I learned my baby is a boy, so I'm so happy. For the 12 weeks, I had a dating scan and I saw the baby's legs and hands and moving around. I felt very happy. My sonographer told me my baby is very busy. Comment him as a busy baby, so it is very funny. This pregnancy I learned lots of things. You don't have to wait for the NHS to offer you the 12-week pregnancy dating scan. Before that, you can do some private scans and you can know more about your baby before the week 12. Before the week 6, you can do HCG tests to estimate your pregnancy, whether healthy or not. Another thing I want to say is my clinic originally gave me the vaginal post-structure pill, but it is not injection. I watched the video from another doctor and he said that using the post-structure injection shot is highest successful rates than using the pills or vaginal post-structure. So for that reason, I request my clinic to change it to post-structure injection. I use Lubricon, inject 2 times per day. I found inject the post-structure on my abdomen, my skin become redness and very itchy. I feel the baby is in my tummy and I don't know whether that kind of itchy or redness any side effect to my baby, so I inject on my thighs. I inject it until week 12. Actually, my clinic said that I can stop all the medication on the week 10, but extra safety, I extend the medicine until 12 weeks. Normally 10 weeks should be okay, should be enough, but I just want to make sure everything goes as right. I feel I'm very lucky to successful for the first time embryo transfer. After achieved the first trimester, 12 weeks, a lot of people already talk to everyone, I'm pregnant, so happy, share the good news with friends and family. But for me, I didn't have the confidence to tell everyone I'm pregnant. I would like to see the baby delivered successfully. At that point, I would really feel relief. Maybe because of my previous experience make me feel nervous, but I try to keep calm, and I hope this is going to work for us. I hope you will like this video's contents. If you like it, please click like and subscribe my channel. I will keep you updated about my pregnancy and my progress. See you next time. Bye bye.